Well, today's Saturday, April 3rd. Planted 64 acres of beans yesterday, and I think Reese planted 60 acres of corn, just enough to get things going. First day always takes a lot of time, getting especially new equipment, figuring it out, getting everything set up, getting everything to talk to each other. They had trouble with that on the sprayers, I guess. Getting the monitors to talk to each other yesterday. They're spraying some burn down on some strip till, a little bit of rye, and then today I'm going to fill up with beans here, go out on some more sand around the Sand Barrens corner, they call them, on Highway 1 here close to us. Out in there where we are, it's pure clay loam. But in that way, it's got a sandy topsoil. Good to plant early. We'll fill up with some beans here and move our truck and get started planting again. Filling up out of our middle hopper tank, which is a 3.7 Liberty Pioneer bean that we're planting. Not planting all extend this year, some Liberties closer to people and things like that. Hopefully next year to be all the new technology. But they treated them there just a few days ago, got the hopper tanks filled up. A lot of seeds put in. Nice setup. We put this in 1993. These bins, I believe, for overhead for our soybeans and wheat at that time. But works out good. Okay, all the way unfolded, hitches latched, there it went. Get those tires around. Alright, bring those wheels forward. They're both locked in where they won't caster no more. Get them locked in place. And you let the frame down to the planting height. And then you let the rows down. It's lifted up. Some of the rows got to be up for fold because some would hit the tracks, some would hit those outside wheels. So some of them comes up, some of them stays down. They're kind of slow going down. It takes about 20, 30, probably 30 seconds to make sure they're all down good. Put them all in place. Okay, now it is ready to plant. Let's check out how deep we're planting here. I'll be getting into them right here. There's one. There's one. About right spacing, looks good. Depth looks good. That's about, well, let's see here. It's about there. An inch dab over. I could take it out since it's 1st of April here. We could take it out, but I think I'll leave it there. Okay. All right, now we got to put in some beans. We got it going now. It's a little bit different. I built it up once at the farm, but this belt is not, needs to be a little bit higher for this planter. It's a little bit taller than the deer. It works. I may have to take this rail clear off. May even end up taking this rail off. I don't know. But it'll work. I just got to get used to it. Got to get the right distance from it. Filling her up with beans and talc. We'll plant all this field. Go up again, go next field. Up, ready to go again. pull the belt around and take off. Well, this belt needs a little bit higher. I got a little bit left here on the cylinder. So, if I had this pin out a little further, so we go higher, it may still come low enough to go in the saddle, and go out to play with that. Comes the rain time. I better move it up here. Move this down just a little. Anything to give it just a little more up. Needs about another foot, and that'd be great. Well, I'm going to get out and check the butt row again. A while ago, the butt row was off a little bit, and the reason it was is because the tracks wasn't quite straight. They're steerable, which that steering's all right, but whenever you got it in plant mode, you cannot steer the tracks any to get it back in the middle. If you got that track off just a dab not straight, then your butt row's going to be way off. And to do that, you got to go back into the fold mode, get the cylinders lifted up and all that stuff. Then you can steer the track. It looks like now, right here's a row and here's a row. I'm real close. See how the other way looks. All right, I can see there's two rows here on top of each other. Here's a row, here's a row. So my tracks need to turn just a little bit to the right, because yesterday I had that just right with my roll on my tractor and all that. Today I'm off a little bit. If I could just tweak that a little, that would be great. But you can't do that very easy. You got to go into a bunch of different steps. There's another pretty sunset. How you like that sunset, Trey? Looks good, don't it? Been a pretty good day today. Got everything working real good now on our second day. The planter's running pretty good now. The only thing I really don't like about it, I love these tracks, but I don't like them steering. You got to get them steering. You can't get them stiff. Steering's fine going around the corner, but I don't need it that bad. And you got to have them exactly straight when you're planting. Get that butt row right. Other than that, I like everything about the planter. I think it's looking good. I have about 350 planted of beans when we get down here. A couple more hours. It'll be an early evening. Get done nice and early, around 9 o'clock looks like.
Monday morning, YouTube, and it is busy around here. It's officially go time.
Organized chaos.
The sprayers moved over to Indiana, sprayed some burn down on some strip till. Our process get moved over. Dad's getting his planter worked on, getting ready to go.
Got a sensor bed on the down pressure, put a new alternator on it. Hopefully that'll fix a couple little problems I've been having. We'll get everything going here and hit her today.
Jay's working on the speed tiller.
Finally got the speed tiller fixed. Kind of a weird design on how they mount the rolling baskets on there for the brackets. There's some rubber garments in there, and top and bottom ones didn't want to stay in, so we did some fabricating. We got that fixed, so now time to fuel up with DEF and get some diesel in her, and we're gonna head on down to Allendale and try to till up some gravel.
I'm just about ready to head to the field with the planter. Good day. It's go time. Going, running good. Everything's working great. iPad's working great. That's a 2020 screen. Just need to do an update. That was at least 95% of the problems on that. Not gonna do much video today. Just gonna sit back and enjoy this first real day of planting corn.
Well, we're getting a little action on the speed tiller running today. Just did that field over there. It turned out pretty good. Had a hydraulic hose start leaking again on us. Good thing Morris came out. He got us some, got me some O-rings. Well, other than that, everything's rolling pretty good. Just wanted to say to everybody out there that's on the roadways and sees us guys out there and other fellow farmers running equipment up and down the road, you know, just maybe have a little bit of courtesy and be cautious. You know, it is pretty dangerous, and we don't want to be on the roadways any more than what you don't want us to be. So, you know, just kind of, I guess, help us out a little bit. You know, there's a lot of guys that have a lot of big machinery, and it's hard to, sometimes it's real difficult with other people on the road trying to get up and down, and you know, it's not trying to make anybody mad. So just everybody be safe this season.
Today's one of those days where I'm running around getting a lot of little fields. We talked about how big a field we had one time. I think 600 something one field. Then this happens to be our littlest field. It's not even an acre, closer to a half acre. Trouble is, you gotta fold and unfold and all that. Just plant this little bit, and then the next field's over there, and I can't get to it without folding back up because there's too many stop signs. But days went pretty good. Had a little alternator problem on the planter. I think maybe got it ironed out now. So we're getting unfolded here. Won't take very long. Just takes a little bit. Put the rows down. I'm ready to start planting. So we will plant this half-acre field. See how long it takes.
Another story to tell you. I have a good buddy that told me one time, this goes out mainly to the farmers, take a 10:30 Mountain Dew break every day. You're supposed to have 300 bushel of corn at the end of the year. I don't know if it's true, but it's worth a try. Well, that'll probably be it. We'll talk to you later.
Well, I believe my alternator problem's fixed. Josh from H&R got that figured out. Not a big day, but a pretty good day at the trouble. And I think I've did 15 fields today. 14 fields. Not many acres, 220 acres. But a lot of little fields. Up on a heck of a hill here right now. Big hill. I don't know if you can tell on the camera how big this hill is back in here or not. She's big. A lot of arrowhead hunting goes on right here on this knob. This knob's about a mile or less from the river. So it's a good place to find arrowheads up here on this big old bump.
Good day yesterday, not a big day. Hopefully first big day today. I don't know what I got done. A little over 300 acres. Dad's had a good day too, planted a lot of beans. Jay's working ground. Emery, Garrett's youngest son, he had his first day working ground over in Indiana, and Garrett was spraying. David was helping tillage guys get going and help fixing a few things, and he sprayed a load or two. And then George has kind of been the gopher here lately, helped keeping us all going. So here's to a great Tuesday. Looks like the sun's just about to come up, so I'm gonna head to the field. Well, I got 60 acres planted. It's 8 o'clock. I'm about out of liquid, so I'm heading up to the farm, fill up. And while I'm there, I'm gonna run into town real quick because it's election day. I think it's all of our duties to vote since guys died for our right to do it. going to do it anyways, and especially since I'm on the ballot this year for school board. That's another reason. It'd probably be a bad look if you don't even go vote for yourself. So I can expect others to. Won't take long though.
Well, this is where I'm going to no-till into this cover crop, this rye. It has been sprayed, and I thought of it after I got down here. It's had Vision on it to kill the winter annuals, and I'm planting Liberty beans, and you cannot plant Liberty beans until behind Vision, which is a form of dicamba, for 10 days. So I'm got to move, got to go somewhere else, so that's fine. But I did plant just a dab, see how it's doing. Right there you got a bean, another one right there. Looks like it's doing a really good job. You can see the spacing is real good. 125,000, close to 3 inches apart, I guess. So that's just the way we want them. But it's doing a good job, maybe a little too deep for this type of soil. So I'm going to move on, go somewhere else close by here that don't have any chemical on it at all. Looks like I'm going to have to close my slot better, do my down pressure on my little closing disc right here with the air pressure, adjust that to plant in this type conditions, and then I'll close it up fine. So today's Tuesday, it's supposed to rain tomorrow night. Comes a rain or so, then I'll be able to come down here and plant when it dries back up. But this kind of what it looks like. It's not the way I like for things to look when you plant, but for this hill, it's a good way to do it. Well, this is where I'm moving to, is the Litherland farm. Gordy that helps us. This is his and his brother David's farm. I got 120 acres here. Got a hill field here with some terraces, and then down below a 60 to 65 acre field down the flat. It's a good farm. So that's where I'm moving to. It's also sprayed with canopy in the fall, so it's nice and clean. So we'll get it knocked out with some Liberty beans, and then we'll change over to some dicambas for the rest of the day.
I made it. Maybe got the fancy little sticker they always do to prove it. But now I'm filling up with some nitrogen. I was doing that, figure I'd showcase the Titanic. We use it to tender to the side dresser, the Heggie when it's fungicided, and now to me when I'm putting on some concealed 2x2 as I plant. An old Kenworth T2000, I believe, can't remember for sure, that we got stretched out down Owensboro, Kentucky, 2,500 gallon tank, rinse tank there, mixing tank for when we're doing fungicide. Also have a hitch that was put on so we can pull the seed tender that holds 4 Pro boxes. So it's a pretty sweet rig. Putting on liquid as you plant makes it take longer. At least when you have a nice rig like this that you can get it all there at once, makes it a little quicker. Filling up. Got a bunch of new bulk tanks now. First year for those. Poured the concrete and everything. Hooked them all together. This one just ran out. Now we can pump out that one. Got her filled up, washed off. Now I am heading to the field, moving around. I got my ride falling behind me back there. See the girls? Spring break worked out perfect this year. Got the girls here available to help me get moved around. Them and Emery, Layton, which are both Garrett's kids, and River, who's Kelly's son, which makes him George's grandson, helping us. It's really helping out right now. All hands on deck this spring while we're a little short-handed. You two pretty girls give me a ride?
Yeah?
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, I'm coming in. I got company. Boss man. Got a boss man sighting. It's a pretty long cruise because we got terraces up there all around the farm. So the bottom of the hill we also kind of permanent use, so I think I might have time for it. I'm gonna try. If it affects my planning performance, then I won't. Well, just about done for today. Just about out of seed, just about out of fuel, and just about out of nitrogen. But I think I'm gonna get this field done because there's only 6 acres left, so that'll be good. This thing needs a bigger fuel tank. I filled up once in the middle of the day. Just I'd like to be able to run a whole day on this thing, but almost 450 acre day, I think, which is okay, especially since I'm going a lot slower in this strip till that we worked in the fall. A little rough. Try to keep all my readings good. I'm only going like 8 now. I went 9 a lot. I'll get on some till ground. I like to go at least 10 or 11, so just cruising. It's early in the year though, so made it. I can't see the liquid out there. Well, I can barely see it, but it was registering that I was putting it on. Got out of seed, both flashers are flashing. Got out of fuel. But we made her. I knew it'd be close, but I didn't think it'd be that close. beautiful day. Still feels like May, it's in early April. Got done filling up with liquid. Filling up with the Pioneer seed right now.
I like 20 acres being to 1,000 acres of beans, so we're moving right along. I found out one thing, we had all that alternator problem with our 47 row case. We took this right here, this shroud off the other day. This covered it, covered the alternator, and it was very hot, and among other things we left that off, and then it kept working fine. Today, since there's a chance of rain, I put that cover back on, and it ran about a half hour and it quit again. I fired it back up, it ran another 15 minutes and it quit again. So then I took the cover back off, and I have now ran about 4 hours and it hasn't quit since. So I think with this 47 row, with the size of alternator that comes on it, you cannot leave that cover on. It's too hot. I might find out there before the day gets over, but so far that's been the case. And I plugged up one row on my planter since I've had it, and that was this morning. A piece of something got in the tank. That's one of the things I talked about when we bought this planter. Slide you put in there, shut the tank off, open the door. That little piece of stuff fell out. Much better, that part. You fix that real easy. Just do that on the other companies. You got to try to get that door shut back with beans coming out of it. Not easy to do. So that's a nice advantage here. These hoppers hold about 20% more too. They hold 60 bushel each instead of 50. And I've liked that so far. Been able to notice, like, you know, a few places you can put in enough beans and do it all where just that little bit makes a difference. So I'm liking that real well. Overall, I'm liking the planter real well. And it's clouding up. They got 90% chance of some showers tonight, which wouldn't hurt if it don't get carried away. We just don't want to get started and not be able to stop. We got a real good start, so we're going good.
I was out checking depth and spacing and whatnot. This is the last strip till field that we got in Illinois. We got several in Indiana, so I thought I'd at least talk about that a little bit. Here we got a corn cornfield. It's the only one we got with strips. As you can see, this is where the corn was last year. We stripped it right in between the rows, so all of our nutrients are right there. And it was worked right there with the strip till bar. And now I'm planting right into it. Also putting my 2x2 nitrogen right there. So usually, corn on corn, we always rip it in the fall, trying to get rid of debris, trying to get rid of disease, trying to get rid of the insects, just bury as much as old residue as possible. So this is definitely different, and we'll see how it works out. I'm just really happy that everything the strip till, it's planted really nice into, and I've been able to hit the strips really good. They have a pretty wide strip, so that helps. And the guidance working perfectly, which, as you can see, corn last year, corn this year on each side of it, between all the rows. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Still feels like May out here, but it is going to start raining tonight, like an 8% chance of rain, cool off. So this may be the last day of planting for a little bit. Now spring is, hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait.
Well, I'm going to back up on my alternator comment. My case dealer just called me. When I first started having troubles, they put on a different alternator on this. The one that was on it was 14 volts. The one they put on it was only 12 volts. Not as many amps, so it's trying to put out, it's working to its max. That's causing it getting hot. We changed the exciter after we put on the wrong alternator, and kind of think maybe that was the whole problem. So tomorrow we're going to come back, put on the 14-volt alternator. And we're gonna put the cover back on and see if that fixes it. So there'll be more to come on the alternator problems.
Starting to cloud up. Kind of looks rainy. The rain's a ways off according to the radar. What do you think? Gonna rain?
Yeah.
Gonna rain tonight? I think you're right. Swelling up a little bit. Oh, there's even a little sprout there. Look at there. Well, all it really did was sprinkle last night. Just a little moist on top. I wouldn't call it wet. So I do things, a few little things around the shop. Get back to the field. Just walk down here at I'm at the very bottom of the, just bottom of the hill from the farm. Pretty close where a drain outlet. So if it ain't very wet there, it ain't very wet anywhere. I do a little scouting, just a little damp on top. I could definitely be planted. But while I was here, I decided to see how my this second field planted this on Saturday. This is strip till, right in the strip. Check her out. That little guy's alive and growing. Love this time of year. Just about to make it to the field. The sky's looking dark again, but it's moving northeast to straight east, so I don't know. We may or may not get rained out. Well, we missed that rain. Clear skies for now. Moving on. I am planting behind. I'm now doing some conventional till fields, which, you know, I know a lot of people on the internet like to tell other people how they should farm wherever they're at, but you know, everybody's farm's different. Take ours for example. We got some strip till, we got some no-till, we got some conventional till, and depending on what field's what, it's mostly soil types, conditions, and all kinds of things. But and then like some is going to be one pass conventional till this spring, some two passes, some got hit in the fall and the spring, some just the spring. This one right here got hit with the 375 speed tiller, just one pass. Looks pretty good here. There's some other ones where it got hit one pass, wasn't very good. So we're gonna hit a second time with John Deere mulch finisher for now, maybe something else later. I'm doing this. Dad's still planting beans. Jay's working ground. David's working ground right now. Garrett's spraying. Morse is still, or George is still gophering all over the place for us all, keeping us all going. But yeah, so far so good. Enjoying the planter. The readings are very good on it. It's actually easier on this one to get a high singulation and spacing rates, but you know, it could be telling me anything. We'll see once it comes up. But been a good day. Gonna do a test here in a little bit. Different rates of my nitrogen that I'm putting on with my concealed gauge wheels. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, like an 8% chance of a ½ inch to an inch, but we've been missing rains constantly, so it seems to get into a pattern. So we'll see if we get tomorrow or not. It's abnormally warm and abnormally dry right now, so we are rolling. Got a lot more planted right now than we usually do. As of right now, I got getting close to 1,800 acres of corn planted. Dad has planted I don't know. He's probably in 1600 acres of beans, so hopefully now it's time to be planted. You never know when the best time of year will be. You just gotta go when conditions are right. Some guys really get hung up on soil temperatures. That is important, but I feel like soil conditions is by far the most important, in my opinion. On the last pass of our liquid nitrogen through the gauge wheel system, which just puts it 2 inches off the row on each side. Did 3 passes of 3 different rates. Got into Pro 700, has different hybrids, so the combine will instantly know what each one made. Put them in as different hybrids in here, and also putting up little pink flags. So our side dresser guy, which may be me, maybe David, will know what's where, so we can compensate it later with the side dress. So each strip will get the exact same amount of nitrogen in total for the year. Just these strips will get different rates at planting for the early growth stage of the plant. So see, we learned something. We're always trying to learn, always testing, always trying to get better. And even when you have tests, think you know something, then next year it might go the other way. If farming was easy, anybody could do it. That's one hose, supplies one row, then goes the other. One row wasn't getting seeds, sometimes you just gotta go mess with them. Kind of raining all over the place. Was a lot of lightning up that way. Didn't get out camera out for it. It is a little further away. Nothing gonna rain tonight. Got an 80-acre field I'd like to get done though. I always want to get that a little bit more. Well, I'll find out. There was a heck of a lightning show that way that just missed us to the north. Kept trying to get it on camera, but every time it popped on, it would quit. Wish you could have saw it. I wanted to share this with you. I don't know if we'll get this field done tonight, but check it out. I have hit the 2,000 acre mark for the season. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing is yet to be seen. We'll see how if it all comes up and if it all looks good, how the weather will come out. You just never know. We start planting early April if we can, and we can plant corn all the way to June 10th when we quit. You just never know what planting date's going to be the best. Usually 8 times out of 10 it's late April or early May, but sometimes early April's the best, sometimes mid-May's the best. June's usually never is. Unless it's our irrigation, then it's okay. Hopefully we'll get this field done. Well, made it back, got the field done. Sprinkling just a little bit. Surely it'll rain tonight. Looks like it's going to. Pretty successful week of planting. I got 2,000 acres done, and Dad got 1,700. So 3,700 acres planted this early in April may be a record for us. So we'll find out if that was a good decision or not. I think it is. But there's a 500 row crop. David's been using it for the second pass in front of me on the acres that needed a second pass. Phil Culliver needed some attention, so got it in. He has far enough lead on me that he was able to bring it in the night and work on it. And if it doesn't rain, he'll be back out working in front of me again. If it does rain, we'll wait till it dries up. But anyways, pretty good first week of planting. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to get your Ivers Farms merch, hat or t-shirt or whatever you're interested in, remember ivers-farms.myspotify.com. Links in the description. See you next week.